Hola, ¿cómo estás, everyone? And welcome to Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in the heart of Mexico City, Mexico. This is round 18 of season 8 here in the AM2 tier of Contest of Speed. I am Kid and Petter. That is Andy Wu. What is happening this evening?
Howdy. Love this track. I don't think many people do though. So I'm excited to see the racing these guys will put on. A lot of long straights, a lot of twisty bits, a lot of action always. So yeah, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with this track. Nothing to hate.
Yeah, I am of the opposite leaning. This place absolutely is dreadful. One of the worst purpose-built circuits, I think, known to man. I'll go that far. Whoever built this track... I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm not going to say it. Michelle Burns, with a 15 flat, opens us off here in qualifying. With the fastest so far. Racing Fan with a 15.8 is next up. RJP comes across as a 15.9. Elliott, last week's winner, with a 15.7. Times are coming in hot and heavy all over the place. Would you look at this? Let's see, Jay Famsey. He's just going to bail on that lap. He is missing a front wing. Might be helpful down the mile-long front straightaway. But everywhere else, he would be at a disadvantage. So probably a wise move on his behalf to go ahead and pit. Vamu Nubel is starting a lap. Let's ride along with him as he enters turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. It's a yellow flag. Not sure what that's for. Probably just guys slowing down.
Yeah, people letting each other burn.
Chivalry. Pass it on. Hey, it's Telemetry Tebow in the chat. What's going on, Tebow? Greetings from America to our favorite French coder, whatever you call him, whatever he does. Does some great things with TAS, of course. Vamu Nubel working his way through the S's, the absolute worst place on any circuit in the world. Into the stadium section here, which is the coolest part of the track, even though it is entirely unnecessary. Around the final corner, the abbreviated Peraltada, and across the line. So 14.9, pretty hot from the Argentinian. If you don't look comfortable speaking his native tongue with the Mexicans. It is Vamu who finished 5th today in EU3, along with Electric. He finished P7, and Reserve, 2-spell Wizard, will be Vamu's teammate for the evening. He's currently 2nd in EU3 standings, a nice 120 so points off the championship lead. Very tight stuff in EU3. I guess we don't have much room to talk. I can visit the current championship lead. Mitch is on 269 points. Your mic is going bananas, by the way. DK in 2nd place. He's on 174. Vamu right behind him with 164. Electric on 150 and Elite on 115 round out your top 5 in the championship. Looks like Kano is completing a lap on the mediums.
Alright, are we good? Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Hola. Can you hear me? Good?
Yes, I can. Tebow's
Okay.
onto us. We did forget to set up TAS.
Oh, God, I knew
that
it.
is on Andy. Of all the nights that you had to stay up, Tebow. We have it every other week, we promise.
Oh, man, I totally forgot about it.
Yeah,
Persecute me now.
not a good look from us, Tebow, but we'll give you a couple of pesos to look the other way.
Yeah.
Counter goes P11. Electric Blade started another hot lap. He's a hot man right now. Electric coming off. A lot of people are saying that he should have won the race last week in Bahrain. but he did not. Got boned, I believe is the scientific term, by a late safety car, which put Elliott in the ultimate strategical position to get his first contest of speed win.
Yeah, an exciting race last week.
It was great stuff.
All the way through the field. So definitely, if you haven't watched it, go back, check it out. It's probably on YouTube, probably on Twitch. I don't know. I'm not in charge of that stuff. But yeah.
Whoa!
Great race.
Oh, and that's gonna blow. Oh, I guess Electric had already invalidated before them, but Jay Famsey, he snuck up on Jay Famsey with Lost It through the beginning of the S's. I guess no harm, no foul, since he had already invalidated. But luckily, Jay Famsey was ghosted there.
Good thing Electric had on his brown pants for this race, or else he'd probably need to change after that one. It would be a good thing ghosting is on, but I think Electric's charging up. He's going to go again on these tires.
And you might want to save. Whoa, who's that? That's Motor getting a little loose around the S's in the same vicinity of where Jay Famsey was just parked in the middle of the track. Jay Fams coming off his first career point, the second start last week. Racing Fan, his teammate, is in P6, about to finish off a hot lap. I'm pretty sure it's looked pretty clean so far for Racing Fan. Remember last week he qualified second. Unfortunately, he lagged out and had all sorts of problems getting back in. He is in P3 with a 15.2. Speaking of last week's race winner,
that's a pretty solid lap time there. But there is a pretty big gap between these kind of top two and the rest of the field.
Yeah, it has been like that in qualifying a few times this season. Bauman and Mitch really out in front of the pack when it comes to one lap pace. Elliott has invalidated. Let's go to DK. DK is the highest returning finisher from last season in AM2. If you guys remember correctly, it was the season finale for all of Contest of Speed. In Season 7, DK finished 4th in this race. The top 3 were all promoted, although Bam was only the only one still racing in AM1. But DK did finish 4th. So,
yeah, I'm not sure I quite remember that race. I'm pretty sure I was engineering it, though. Was engineer for the championship winner, Redhead, along with Motor City, who is still in AM2 and still a perennial at this point.
DK has backed out of his hot lap. Not sure. I think he validated through the S's there. Didn't even notice. RJP through the S's.
Also invalidated.
Also invalidates.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a common occurrence throughout not only the last couple laps here in qualifying, but for the rest of the race.
Crew has invalidated as well.
Man, penalties and invalidations in quality, penalties during the race. These are going to be like the most important things coming into the race.
Yeah.
The tires and whatnot, they're important, but I mean, every time you cut the track, that is 1 second you're adding to your time, and they add up really quick.
Yeah, when I was watching the race back from last season, I think that every single driver that finished had a penalty, including EU4 stalwart IRL Shane. See him every once in a while. Up in AM2, he had, I think, 26 seconds worth of penalties, and he just decided to retire with about 15 laps to go.
13? Oh my, he was halfway through the race and already had 25 seconds of penalties?
Let's see, where did Shelly end up there? Up to P9 for the Turtle Man himself. Late Game Boy coming around the Peraltada. Into P4, we talked to him.
DK jumps him immediately.
Decamped to P4. We were talking to Lead Game Boy last night. He is a star player on the Rain City Jacks Pro Clubs team that we are a part of. Seemed pretty confident in his pace around Mexico. So he'll be one to keep an eye out for. going around here. Have some interesting comments on the stream. Valdimi45 says, Boa noite, parabéns pela transmissão, parabéns para meu sobrinho Lucas.
No hablo español.
I believe that is Portuguese.
Oh, no hablo Portugueso.
Is Portuguese. Mitch do that on track. Mitch has lost it on track.
Oh, man.
There's a big train of cars coming through the S's. Let me see if we can pick that up.
He lost it probably on the right-hand curve when you first get into the S's, and it shot him straight into the wall there.
Well, his time will count, but they might have to change the gearbox. I'll have to stay updated on that.
Well, and that means he won't be challenging Vamu for pole.
Yeah, Vamu net pole right now. Two Spell Wizard has invalidated yet again. Where's everybody at up here on track?
I believe DK's coming in the pits. RJ, he may go for another lap here. It says he's about out of fuel though, so I think he's going to be coming into the pits. Yeah, I believe he is out of fuel. CX is on. Nope, no he's not.
Yeah, Elliot is about to begin a new one. With the lull in the action, I guess now is a good time to get privy with the cost bets for this evening. Mitch, who just DNF'd from qualifying, he is even right now, the championship leader for the season. Vamu is the favorite outside of that, plus 200, DK plus 250, Electric and Elite Game Boy both at 400, Elliot at 300, ZX and Racing Fan at 650, Shelly the Turtle at 900, and the field is at 1,000. So make sure you get your cost coins wagered. Electric Blade finished P7 in the EU3 race this evening, or this afternoon, I guess, for us. He is currently yet to set a time. No invalidation so far, knock on wood, as he comes around the final corner. A little bit of wheel spin, which happens every lap, because this is a poorly designed circuit. P10, though, is all he can do.
I don't think that was quite the lap he was looking for there. A little clumsy the whole way around, but
yeah,
I think he may be lining himself up for a reverse pole here.
Maybe, but you see Gordito here, he's invalidated again. He's the only one on a hot lap at the moment. Actually, never mind, Elliot just started one. I think Vamu's sitting on that 1:14.96.
I don't think he's going back out again. I honestly wouldn't. That is a stellar lap time.
It is. And pole time for EU3 today was Bama setting a 1:14.691. Doesn't quite beat that, but it does beat Jack Hockey's EU4 pole from yesterday, which was a 1:15.106. So well done, Vamu. About where you'd expect these guys to be in between EU3 and EU4.
Yeah, that EU3 time's a little excessive for EU3.
Yeah, it is.
Caliber. That's kind of what happens when you have an AM1 championship leader at the moment. I guess kind of second in the championship, racing in EU3. But I'm not in charge of the European stuff.
Yeah. The man who is, though, is in P9 currently. Looking to set another lap. I believe he just started that. He is in turn 1 at the moment. Racing Fan in P4.
He improved, but not. He had a very clumsy last corner there, and it probably cost him a shot at getting his friend Elliot for P3.
Yep. They're frenemies. Those two.
I believe Shelly and Two Spell will probably be our next ones to set a lap here.
Shelly slightly ahead of Two Spell.
Yep.
Coming out of the S's is the Turtle guy. In P11 currently.
Shelly the Terrapin. We just got to find different names to call Shelly through the course of the broadcast. Tortoise, Terrapin. Oh, Two Spell must have invalidated. He did.
Whoa, Shelly! Oh, go! Oh. That'll be an invalidation for Shelly, but his life might have flashed before his life as he was careening towards the pit entry, which is also quite difficult. Must be set. Let's see if Two-Spell might actually get another lap in here. Might just beat it.
The only problem is those tires aren't going to be particularly friendly on their second time of asking.
Elite has... he is invalidated. And I think he was the last one aside from RJP, who's working his way through Sector 2 right now. He's just under a 100th up, or under a 10th up on his current best. P6 is where he sits.
He nailed that.
Yep, could be quick enough for a top 5.
Oh yeah, that was a purple Sector 2 there.
That is a purple Sector 2. He's 2/10 up.
A little deep into the hairpin.
Might be going out with the bang. See where he ends up to the line. P3 for RJ. And that'll conclude. I believe, unless it is Two-Spell going for another one. Two-Spell, I think, is. Andrew Mike's doing it again. If you win this race, you get a free ticket to the Mike store. Two-Spell. Look at that, going P4. Shelly does confirm that he was scared. The pit entry is scary. So, there you have it for this evening's round 18 action. 17 drivers will take the start of this Mexican Grand Prix in AM2. And it'll be led by none other than Mr. Newell from Argentina. The Yo Soy Fiesta. Alright, well, let's talk about the top 10 real quick, and then we'll get into strategy. Vambu P1, Mitch P2, RJ in P3, Two-Spell Wizard reserving in P4, Elliott last week's winner in P5, Racing Fan 6th, DK in 7th, ZX in 8th, Elite Game Boy in 9th, and Electric Blade will be rounding out the top 10 in P10.
Mic check? 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Alright, well, I mean, that was an incredibly close qualifying. With it all being said and done, only 7/10 separating the top 10. Even though we do have one driver dipping into the 14s, everyone all right there together. So I think strategy will play a big part in who ends up winning this race. Got a couple strategy options through the grid, and I don't think any one is particularly better than the other. I think a one stop's probably the best option. You got two options there. You can do a soft to medium. Lots of tire management though is required to make that work. Or you can kind of undercut, do a soft to hard. Also a great option if you're starting on these soft tires. Outside the top 10 though, it can get a little tricky. A two stop is an option. Not sure if it's my option though. Soft, medium, soft. Yeah, I'm interested to see what these guys do outside of the top 10. Wonder if anyone will go with the hards. I'm sure they're going to be quite icy going through the S's your first time through there, so I'm not sure if I'd be the biggest fan of that tire to start on, but maybe the mediums are a good option.
Yeah, and I do think it's kind of hard to take what the first two EU races have thrown up, because they have both, EU4 especially was mired with safety cars. EU3 today had one as well. So strategy, a little bit wonky. I believe a lot of guys were doing one stops in that race today. But in an all green race, a two stop I think is probably viable. But we'll have to see how it plays out. Who knows? Around here.
It is viable because it is a pretty easy track to overtake at, especially with a massive straightaway to just hurl your car down into turn 1. And if you don't make the move stick in turn 1, you'll have DRS for the second straight, regardless of if you get the move done or not. So I don't think anyone on a 2-stop will have any difficulties overtaking people.
Yep. I mean, and you said tire management is crucial, I think, regardless. Also,
yeah,
fuel management, the high altitude, this is the highest circuit in Formula One by quite a margin, is probably going to play a factor as well. You're going to have to overfuel at least a little bit, I would think. I wouldn't know for sure, though, because I haven't done a full race distance around here on the game. Either way, it's about that time for the starting lineup this evening from Mexico. Vamu Nubel, he will be leading the charge down to turn 1. Look at how long this is. The longest rundown on the calendar. Mitch Burns in P2, the current championship leader. These two have been neck and neck all year. Let's see if they get into any shenanigans on this particularly long rundown. RJP in P3. Say it every week. He qualifies on the second row. Needs to get a full race together. He's not even in the top 15 in points, even though he joined in round 8, I believe. Neil, two-spell wizard in P4. Everyone's fourth favorite admin, reserving tonight from EU3. Elliot, last week's winner in P5, racing fan who started next to him last week, but had some internet difficulties in P6. Wonder if those gremlins will come back to bite him this evening. Hopefully not. DK Nortec in P7 after his nice vacation. Hopefully he had a lovely time with his wife. ZX in P8, his teammate next to him. He missed last week too, but probably for different reasons, unless ZX was on a cruise as well. Not sure. Elite Game Boy in P9. Mentioned he was feeling pretty confident going into this race. He's got his work cut out for him all the way down there on the fifth row, excuse me. Electric Blade in P10. Not where you want to be, I don't believe. Shelly the Turtle in P11. He's going to be the first one with choice tires. He's going for the mediums. Motor next to him in 12th. He'll be on the mediums as well. Kano on the hards. Gordito on the hards. Gru coming off his best result of the season, a P4 last week in Bahrain. He'll be starting on the softs, trying to make up some ground. Villeneuve, excuse me, in P16 on the mediums. And Jay Famsey will be rounding out the field in 17th. He will be starting on the mediums as well.
I mean, he gets it every time. Yeah, that man on the recorder just putting in absolute work. Oh boy.
What are your predictions? Quick. Do you have predictions?
Mitch win, Vamu, wreck, 2-spell, second, Elliot third.
Okay.
That was pretty quick.
That was pretty quick. Lights are at 5. And now 0. They are off from Mexico City. Looks like Mitch got a pretty good launch, equal to that of Vamu. He's going to have to stick in behind, watch these guys fan out down this front straight. We'll see 4, 5, 6 wide, deeper in the pack. Hopefully no carnage as Vamu gets the whole shot. Looks like they all made it through pretty clean. But turn 3 is also a bit of a nightmare in this traffic as well. Who is that? That is a Ferrari hopping out. I believe that was 2-spell. ZX and Elite Game Boy going side by side to this super tight part of the circuit. Ah.
I mean, I am surprised how clean that start was. I don't think anyone died except for Jay Famsey.
Oh, Jay Famsey. Where's that at?
It's
coming at 6. Yeah, it's coming at 6.
He's
Jay
missing
Famsey.
a end plate there on his right wing, so that will be a clean change for the Mercedes reserve.
Thankfully for these guys, they're starting to fan out a little bit. Less craziness, less dirty air to contend with. Oh, is RJP a little eager on the throttle. Vamu leads the pack around on this first lap.
Yeah, in the back it was about 6 wide going into turn 1, but everyone managed to play nice, and I don't think there was anything damage, with the exception of JFAMZ.
They did well, except for, unfortunately, JFAMZ. Big
Whoa,
movers.
two spell!
Uh-oh.
Two spells around, out of turn 3. I think just lost it on traction, it looked like. I don't think there was any contact, but he's going to file into P13 now.
Yep.
Probably just good to just sit back and let them tires relax.
Yeah. Take a chill pill. Tires. But yeah, let's take a look at the biggest movers. Movers and shakers here. Electric Blade from P10. We were a little concerned about him. Up into P5. That's a net gain of 5 spots. Gordito, however, is the biggest winner on those hard tires. Up into P8. I believe it was Portugal. He had some really good stints. There's some really good pace on those hards. Got him decent points.
Motor is our first penalty getter of the evening. He's gotten 3 warnings over the course of 2 laps.
Not a surprise, but Elliott pumps in fastest lap here in P3, looking to break into DRS on everyone's favorite Quebecois, Michel Burns.
It is kind of, we got 2 different groups forming here. Shelly and Motor goes side by side in the turn 1. We got Gordito on the hards after his incredible start, is kind of the leader of the train now. He has 3 seconds to lead Game Boy ahead of him. But I think those top 7 might start pulling away from these guys towards the back half of the points.
Ooh, Shelly and Motor still
going
side by side.
Oh, a little bit contact. I think Racing Fan had to back out of there to avoid wing damage.
Yeah. Racing Fan and T-Spell were both side by side behind him. There was a little bit of bad blood, I think, after last week. Shelly DNF'd, but said he was afraid of Motor making a stupid move.
Motor. Oh my goodness.
Motor is just RKO'd.
The wizard.
The wizard.
I'm not sure if he knew he was there or not. I mean, it didn't look like it. Motor runs Racing Fan completely off the track.
Well, I think Motor had lost it. He didn't really do a whole lot to avoid. I think if Two-Spell wasn't there, he probably would have nosedived straight into that wall.
I believe so as well.
R-Bar says, "Oh no, what in the world?" That is what we're thinking too. Racing Fan now on Motor, who is
Motor.
Struggling
I think he's overheated his tires because he is sliding in and out of every corner here. Drew and Racing Fan take advantage of being on the softer compact tire, making past the struggling AlphaTauri. Racing Fan on that start had absolutely the worst getaway I've ever seen. There's electric blades around in the S's.
Oh no, electric! He had such a promising start too up in P5.
I think he'll still be able to stay inside the points. Oh man, he's got it, I think.
Whoa.
Now joining this battle with Racing Fan, Drew and Motor.
Right.
But his tires are absolutely scalding. He's sliding everywhere.
Lap 4, Michel Burns has the DRS. He's all up on the back of Vamu. This is going to be as easy as you like. These guys are going to be DRSing each other back and forth for quite a while, methinks. Now ZX also back here is going to get his teammate DK for P4.
Whoa. DK missed his braking zone, and I think that might set Elite Game Boy up for a move on him down into...
Yeah, DK's all over the place.
Yeah, DK's not going to have DRS.
Hey, let's DRS.
Elite's not using any DRS, though.
I'm not sure if that's the smartest decision for me.
I think Elite just wants to sit back here and just drive around for a little bit, try to extend this stint as long as he can.
Yep, and while we're watching that, the gap to the drivers ahead, the top 3 in this race has extended exponentially, almost 6 seconds now, for Mich Burns, Vamu Nubel, and Elliott 24. Looks like looks like one of these guys might be walking away. I know it's early, but looks like the winner might come from this top group right here with that gap they're building.
Yeah, that's a sizable pace advantage there. I'm not sure if ZX was getting held up by DK, who seems to be struggling a little bit. Yeah, two Astons kind of holding down P4, P5 with the lead Game Boy, but those kind of two groups of three have absolutely darted away.
Vamo around the outside of Mitch. He's gonna make that work. Passes for the lead a lot. Elliott now all over the back of Mitch. Yeah, they're still going side by side. Mitch hit that tall curb on the inside of turn 3. Unsettled his car, gave Elliott a big run.
Well, it's unfortunate here, because if you're in a train here of 3 cars like these guys are, the guy in first won't have DRS down either one of the straights. So he is definitely prone to getting overtaken by 2 cars if he doesn't get a good exit out of turn 3, as we just saw there with Mitch Burns. Ooh, Elliott got Vamu. Oh, they're side by side into the
whoa, what is going on over
stadium
here?
section. I'm not sure if that was tactical or not. I highly doubt it, but Vamu will have DRS on Elliott here.
Indeed.
And the ERS levels, the 2 Ferrari-powered cars have significantly more ERS than Alpine and Mitch Burns.
Yep, here goes Vamu. Now Mitch, is he gonna try a move as well? He's gonna back out, let Elliott take it. Smart move from him.
Mitch is gonna get him into 4. I just sit back and watch for a little bit. He's burning his ERS. He ain't sitting back and watching. He flies past the Alfa Romeo down into 4. Elliott sticks his nose in. That's dangerous.
It's tight. Mitch is going to run wide out of 5 into 6. Looks like he's going to hold on to it. Elliott's just going to have to settle behind these boys. Hey, Cool Boy 6152. Hey, I'm pretty interested in joining this league. You have a Discord that I could join? Of course. Check out contestofspeed.com, where you will be able to find all the information necessary in order to get into our league. I have the Discord and everything on there for you to check out, and an admin will get right with you. Working lap 8. Working lap 8 here. It is Mitch, who Vamu, I think, has, with that little battle that Elliott and Mitch had, oh no, just barely squeezes in to DRS. You don't want to lose DRS around here. That is a death sentence.
Yeah, well, if you lose DRS, you know, it's not the end of the world, but if you lose DRS with the amount of ERS Mitch Burns has, there was no chance he is going to catch that Ferrari. He is on dangerously low levels of the battery, especially with compared to the 2 guys he's racing. I think Motor hit, and now him and Kano are going at it in the first sector. Oh boy, they're all over the place. Kano has DRS, Motor running in the grass, using all his battery. Ooh, I've never seen this line in my life. Okay, you know what? Let's go look at some actual racing.
What happened to RJP? He qualified 4th. He's down in 9th now. I think he's making his way back up, though. I think we
must have had a little half spin somewhere.
Yeah. He must have done that on lap 1. We just missed it with all the other chaos. I totally forgot. Sorry, RJ. But actually, that's probably a good thing.
ZX, first one to dive into the pits.
Looking for the undercut. Mediums are what the Aston Martin virtual crew is getting ready for everyone's favorite South Carolinian.
Jay Famsey has lost it out of turn 3. Oh, he was just trying to let everyone buy a game.
No, Jay Famsey. Not going to be able to follow up his first career points quite well. And ZX is going to come out right behind this Motor Kano battle. Not what ZX wants.
Mitch Burns and Vamu were going side by side to the first. Right, there we good?
No, wait, not now. It was fine before. Is Mitch up this next DRS straight? You don't see this too often. An overtake into the stadium. And Vomit now going side by side. Do you want the DRS down the main straight? Mitch is gonna block off the apex as Vomit knocks over a bollard. Mitch into the pits here. We'll see what he puts on. It might be hards. I have a sneaking suspicion he's gonna go to try to one-stop this race. It's softs. Softs from Mitch Burns. Surprising. But I like the aggression. It is now Vamu and Elliott. For the lead, we'll see which one of these guys, not both, bites for new tires this lap. Meanwhile, DK has narrowed the gap down from the top three, well, top two now, down to about 4.5 seconds. Lead Game Boy is right on his tail though, and Gordito still doing a really good job on those hards. Back there in P5.
Yeah, I think Gordito is going to be one to watch as this race progresses. I assume he's going to be on mediums for the final stint. I mean, and his pace is strong. I mean, he's faster than the guys behind him. He's kind of pulling a gap there, but I like where Gordito's at right now. As Vamu dives into the pits to cover off Michelle Burns.
Michelle Burns. Vamu onto the mediums. It's a bit of a role reversal here. Typically, you see Vamu doing the soft, and Mitch doing the one-stop. I'm not sure if... Can you take the mediums 25? I don't think.
I think he's gonna try.
No, I don't think he can.
His DRS though, down into one.
Whoa, shoot!
Yeah, Vamu has absolutely. Whoa, he's gonna send it though around the outside. Yeah, so Mitch Burns got DRS off of his teammate Villeneuve, sorry, and that kind of sent him out of nowhere to have a chance at overtaking Vamu. But I think Mitch isn't going to be real happy sitting behind the Ferrari for this lap, considering he's on the softer rubber. Probably going to want to dispatch of his championship rival as quick as possible.
Yep. Although, I mean, Vamu gets a little squirrely coming out of the S's. I think Mitch is going to be able to get this done real quick.
He's going to send it.
Right, Elliott's still staying out, looks like.
Vamu's still there. Vamu's fighting him back into the third sector. A little up and under on Mitch Burns. He kind of compromised his line, but now Vamu's going to have DRS.
Yeah, he's going to have DRS. Mitch is still a ways behind Racing Fan. So yeah, Vamu's gonna have a clear run down here.
Vamu's not using any ERS, and Mitch Burns is again almost already completely out of ERS, and that's gonna be tough to claw back. He's just gonna have to go a couple laps without burning any ERS to try to regain some battery charge to be able to overtake with.
He's getting a little fanned out throughout the field at this point.
Interested to see what Elliott's going to be doing here. Whether he's going to be hitting this lap or extending.
ZX goes fastest lap. Meanwhile, Vamu and Mitch have caught up to this train of non-pitters yet. Shelly the Turtle and Racing Fan.
Elliott stays out again.
Yellow.
We got a RJP around. Out of turn 4. No.
First lap on those hards.
Yeah,
he's trying everything he can to get around Racing Fan here. He's getting held up. I wonder if Racing Fan wanted to pit that lap. Impossible with Vamu up his inside. Either way, Elliott goes for another lap on those softs. Now working lap 12. 13, excuse me.
Fama and Racing Fan side by side into one.
Yeah, Racing Fan just burnt all his ERS trying to stay there. Alright, we just have to get out of the way. Now this old
Mitch
softs
Burns just kind of fed it around the outside of Racing Fan there. Nice.
must be barking.
Yep, he's just going to try to follow Vamu through the traffic at the moment. And these guys are all starting to run down Gordito, who is kind of falling off a little bit after a hot start. Shelly with absolutely no grip coming through these S's. Oh man. That's new tires versus DK through the S's. No. He's out.
DK's safety car is out, and I think Mitch might have picked Vamu right there. Let's see where DK is. Oh, DK loses. Oh man, lost it to the first part of that.
Well, that just bailed Elliott out, who now pits for Hards, and he will come out in the lead of this race. Gordito, oh man, this is probably the worst thing he wanted to see. The last thing he wanted to see. He was probably going to go to mediums, I would think, and stretch those to the end.
Yeah, hopefully these mediums, go with the mediums, and hopefully take those to the end. 22 laps, going to be kind of difficult, but
Mitch Burns pits for Hards.
Again, Hards. He wants to take it all the way. That might be a big move in this race. Racing Fan as well with the Hards. Going to the end. So Elliott, Mitch, and Racing Fan all on Hards at the moment.
Vamu stayed out on mediums. Correct? Yes.
Yep, Vamu is still on the mediums.
Elite's also on mediums. Gordito's on fresh mediums going to the end.
I mean, he's gonna try. That's still a long time for these mediums.
Oh man, this grid. If you look at the tires grid, it has never been so jumbled up. Even with like the guys of different paces, also just scattered throughout the grid. This has the potential to get messy with the amount of different tire selections we have going on here.
Oh, it's interesting that you mention Messi with two Argentinians in the top four. It is important for Contest of Speed to stress our personal mission statement that Cristiano Ronaldo is greater than Messi. So, just letting everyone know where we stand.
It's not even an opinion at this point.
No, it's absolutely not.
It's a fact.
It is indeed. And, honestly, I think I don't know. I feel like these medium guys are going to need another safety car in order to get these mediums home. At least comfortably. Vamu, especially with the traction control, we know he tears up his tires. I think he probably would have preferred not to have the safety car just so he could get to the end. Or maybe last 10 laps, throw on some softs and try to rock it back through the field. I believe that's what he tried in EU3 today. I wouldn't know because I was sitting on a barrier after 4 laps and kind of stopped paying attention after that. I think Shelly is
after that? It didn't seem like that big of an impact, but
it's just some soft tissue stuff in my neck.
Yeah. Nothing I won't work out for you later.
Yeah. Get that hyper ice fired up. Shelly the Turtle on those softs in P5. What do you think he can do? You think he can possibly? He's gonna have to clear a lot. He's gonna have to clear all 4 of these guys. But if he can and get a nice little lead for himself, I mean, who knows? He might be able to get in with a shout for the race win with Elliott up there on Hards. Also, second week in a row, Elliott's gotten kind of bailed out by the safety car.
Yeah, fantastic luck for Elliott, which kind of makes up for the terrible luck he's had at the beginning of this season. But I think Shelly is looking to do soft at the end of this race. So if he can just stick with or even pass Vamu here.
Whoa, who's that?
Oh,
Elliott from the lead under safety car. Oh, now he's backing up in pit lane. He's got to go, otherwise he's going to get disqualified.
Go.
Shades. Oh no, yeah.
Put in,
Go!
Put it in drive.
Put it in drive, Terry!
Go, don't put it in reverse, Terry.
Oh, shades of China for Elliott on those cold, hard tires.
The race
Loses
hasn't
it
even
from the
started.
lead. You haven't even gone. Look at Vamu Nubel. He can't believe what he just saw. Yeah, he broke
his wing too.
Yeah, he went nose first in that concrete barrier. And obviously, tricky traction zone under any conditions, especially with the hards. But man, losing under safety car, who does that?
Yeah, I mean, God, never happened ever.
I've never seen that in my life.
Would never happen to either one of us because we are professionals. At least some of us are. Well, now that that gives Vamu the lead, which is exactly what he wanted. Clear air, which is what I assumed he wanted by staying out. Now, Vamu has to drive away with this race. If he doesn't, Mitch Burns going to the end here. He's probably my pick to win it. If Vamu can't get away. As the safety car is going to die in this lap.
Real quick, DK, who brought out the safety car, says this game is a damn joke. Get a speeding penalty for not speeding in the pit lane, then my car gets caught on a curb. It hasn't got caught on in the whole race. Have a good break. DK just absolutely fed up at this point. See if
I'd be fed up if I was league racing after being on a cruise all week.
Yeah. You might need another one. I think Bob was going to take these boys to the line, man. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, you got it. You got to lead Game Boy on him napping.
And this is going to help Shelly, I think, with the soft tires. See if he can make a move on Gordito.
Right here. Oh boy.
Ooh, Game Boy's going to pop out. Seals off Shelly.
Yeah, Vamu absolutely said that corner was his. A little bit of contact for second and third. Shelly is absolutely burning all of his battery here.
As Elite Game Boy just holding on, but Gordito's going to get a nose in front. This is tight stuff. I think Elite finally gets it. Let's see if Shelly wouldn't dare.
Yeah, he's not. Had to avoid a penalty though.
Little over 3 seconds. Elite got a little loose out of the first part. And whoa, Shelly is going super duper wide through there. And that's going to open him up to Mitch Burns, possibly. Well, he's on hards.
Yeah, no, Mitch is just happy to see these guys battling and not getting away from him on the hards, and knowing that everybody in front of him will more than likely have to pit again.
He's just happy to be here.
Yes. Mr. Consistent himself. Shelly's got a run on Gordito now.
Have a big run on Gordito.
No DRS yet, but...
Look at him, he's gaining on Elite Game Boy too down the inside.
Oh, they're
three wide!
Play nice, boys.
Oh, whoa, Gordito's gonna get that move done around the outside.
What a move
from wide. Oh no, Gordito turns in on Shelly, it looked like. Oh, and he's going to be the big loser in that situation. I couldn't really tell if Shelly just stuck his nose in there. Whoa! Or what happened. Unfortunate for Gordito. He's been having a great race. Shelly's going to get that move done on a Elite Game Boy. That might be something for the stewards to decide post-race. Only caught the reverse angle, and you might want to check your mic again. Here we go. Gru now in P6 on a pretty good run of form. Coming off that P4 last week in Bahrain. We're going to get up the championship standings. He's in front of his teammate, Gordito, who just dropped back. I don't think he has damage, though. So I think Gru's just going to let his Argentinian teammate pass into the stadium. Fair play to Gru, always the sportsman.
Was someone who's glad to see all that battling behind him, Vamu.
Yeah, Vamu.
He's absolutely drove away. 3.3 seconds. That's exactly what Vamu wanted to see. He can now drive away and even save his tires if he's trying to extend these to the end of the race.
Yeah.
And the entire field is still right here. Everybody nose to tail. With the exception of RJP, which I'm not sure what happened to him. Mr. Burke is doing somewhere in his pit after the safety car came in. Yeah, from second to 14th.
ZX and Motor getting after you.
Elliott got into the back of ZX there.
A little bump draft never hurt nobody. And it looks like ZX is going to be able to get the run into the S section.
Elliott just has no place, or has no opportunity to make a move, except for when a Motor makes a mistake like that. Elliott finally starting to make his way, at least trying to make his way back towards the front.
Yeah, and you know, I wouldn't doubt another safety car. Who's that? Was that Villeneuve?
It is.
Villeneuve has dropped it in the stadium. He's going to drop a couple spaces. See if Electric can get back around him here. Two-Spout into the top 10 again. Kano into the top 10 again. He's behind these Williams boys. DRS is
Not
enabled.
for long.
And
Kano's flies past.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get by real easily.
I think
Cruz
Two-Spell's
dropped
going to
back
send it.
considerably as well. Way too deep.
Gru's on 8-lap old mediums, along with Elite and Bamus. They all stayed out during the safety car. I'm not sure if it's really playing
Mitch
into Gru's hands.
Mission Racing Fan, both these guys on hards, going side by side. I think Mitch is playing the long game here. Not sure if Bamu's going to have to pit again. I suspect he will. But Mitch on those hards, I think, you know, these two here, Mitch and Racing Fan, they could be racing for what is effectively a victory, even though it's P4 at the moment.
Oh, that's Kano around, out of the S's, or in the middle of the S's. His
no
entire
front wing.
He's gone.
He's gone. Elite Game Boy picks up 3 seconds. Fair play to Shelley. He's cut about a second into this lead on Vamu, but he's still pretty far behind. 2.5 seconds in total. And he's obviously going to have to pit again for probably mediums, I think, in the next few laps. Trying to maximize this soft stint. Hopefully grab himself some pretty good points. Interestingly enough, he is typically a Ferrari reserve, but today he is racing in a McLaren with a Ferrari helmet, I believe. Trader. Bamu 3 seconds. And your Mike's doing it again.
This is quite unfortunate. Anyone want to buy me a mic for Christmas would be very nice.
Yeah, you should just buy yourself a mic for Christmas.
Yeah, you know what? Some of us are broke.
Dude, this crappy old mic that I got when I broke my nice one, it's like $30.
Whoa! I think that's Motor around, Motor around in the S's. Another horrid race for AlphaTauri.
Yep, Motor and Kano are blood brothers, and he picks up a 3-second time penalty. Just to top it all off, ZX not having the race he'd like down there in P11 right now, stuck behind Villeneuve and Gru. Probably asking his friend Electric. Oh no, ZX. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, ZX. Didn't mean to. Oh, he's just gonna.
Not. Way to go, Kitten. Way to go.
I'm sorry, ZX. Motor's retired in the pits as well. Been a tough day for our NASCAR league from last summer.
That's Motor 60 in F and 7 races.
Nice, very strong run of form for Motor. Who, I mean, we must give it up. He only crashed a few people here today, even though he's dealing with a severe case of getting way too high prior to the race.
He started implementing drug tests.
He probably should.
Oh, I think Mitch Burns, he lost it in the S's.
Oh no!
I was on board with him there. It was such a slow and depressing spin, but nothing he could do about it.
Oh, did not see that one coming. Mitch now behind Elliott, who they're battling so hard earlier this race.
Whoa!
This is
Villeneuve
really
and Elliott.
Yeah.
Just what was that? Was that lag or? I'm not sure what that was. But I think this is the first mistake we've seen out of Mitch Burns this entire season.
Really? He hasn't put many foot footsies wrong
I
all
mean,
year. He's coming on 9 consecutive podiums. It looks like it's
Yeah.
going to come to an end this evening. Perhaps there's still a chance for Vamu in the championship, even though he's over 100 points behind.
He's not even in second in the points anymore.
He's not. DK has passed him, but I think as it stands now, Vamu will be making a lot of moves. Gordito in.
Gordito
hits
the back
the
of the
lead,
lead Game Boy.
and he is going to lose it again. Racing fan, who wants this race?
Nobody. Well, Vamu and Shelly.
Yeah,
Shelly is now within DRS of Vamu.
Yeah, this is some big time laps that Shelly's put in here in the past couple of laps. Wonder if he's going to take this DRS or if he's going to be pit pretty soon, isn't he?
But yeah, his tires are getting to that point, but I think he can get another good 2 laps out of these before he's going to have to dive in for his last set of softs. I like the call from Shelly. I mean, these guys got 6.5 seconds on the lead Game Boy behind them, and that's about 7 seconds to Racing Fan on the hards. I think that's doable. I think they both strap on a new set of softs. Oh, Shelly's just
I think this overtake's going to be doable. From Shelly into the lead. We saw him dominate the race 2 weeks ago in Portugal, only to have his fuel run out on the final lap, drop all the way back to 6th. Could he be redeeming himself this week? Thought he might be last week in Bahrain. Also DNF'd there. But he has nothing to lose. No skin in the game in the championship. He's on 4 races this season as a reserve. And he's just out here hunting wins at the moment.
Two Spell is now hunting down himself a win. He has just made the moves on Racing Fan for P4. I think Two Spell is going to try to stretch these mediums to the end. They are significantly fresher than everyone else's, with the exception of Elliot's. We know he fit out of circumstance rather than strategy. But he's going to be making a move on electric. Elliot is down into the 3rd sector, side by side. Oh, that's close.
Interesting.
Elliot's should be able to make this move.
Yeah, I think he might as well.
Electric down the main straight.
No real point to force the issue there whenever you can get pretty much guaranteed overtake down this long main straight with the dolly cam down the front. Some really good camera angles around Mexico. I will give it that, even though it's an awful track. You get some nice shots. As he does get that move done, Elliot into P6.
One of the most straightforward overtakes you'll see. But yeah, Elliot making the charge back up towards the front after a very embarrassing mistake. To be fair, earlier in the race.
Yeah, whenever he won the race last week, he talked about how embarrassed he was after China throwing away just about a guaranteed victory. He did it again. But nice to see that he's recovering, taking it on the chin.
Well, I don't think he's out of this race still.
I don't either. I mean, this could be.
I'm pretty sure the top 3 will all have to pit again. I believe they're all going to be coming in for a new set of softs. I think Two Spell is going to the end of the race. Racing Fan we know is, and Elliot, now sure he can probably take those mediums to the end from this point. Elliot still has a shot to win this race, even after making a mistake like that. This kind of shows how many mistakes everyone has made through the course of this race.
Let's see if
including Mr. Faultless himself, which wins.
Ooh, Easy should like it. Two Spell's going to send it in on Elite, and there's not a whole lot of resistance. Elite just kind of let him through there.
Because now he's not going to have DRS on Two Spell down in the 4, so... I mean, I guess that's fresher tires for you. Elliot makes his move on his friend.
Wow, he made a bit, he made a huge gap up right there. It was about 1.5 seconds going through the stadium. He just closed up real quick on Racing Fan. I wonder if he may have lost a little bit of traction.
I think that's the hardest compared to the mediums for you.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Elliot's on HRT here. He's going to probably have DRS on Game Boy and Wizard here.
Yeah, so if you thought this race was over, just you wait a second. see up front. Shelly's still sticking it out.
I think he's kind of dragging Vamu along at this point.
Yeah, he is. Vamu just barely squeezes in that DRS zone.
And I'm surprised neither one of these guys have fit yet for softs if they're going to do it, because you can probably get a good 10 laps or so out of these tires, maybe more on the lighter fuel loads. But Elite Game Boy thinks about sending around the outside of Wizard.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these two realize how fast Elliott is coming for their gearboxes. He is on an absolute roll
Elite Game Boy
now.
can see him now. Now man, Elliott is absolutely flying at the moment.
He really is. You just have two guys right in front of him. It's going to be difficult to get by both, but who knows if you can do this in short order. I do think Shelly and Vamu are going to have to pit again.
Well, we know Shelly is. I think Vamu's going to try to stick these out, but I think his pace is going to be absolutely dreadful.
You know, it would have been a good night to have Tebow's brilliant task system available.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. As Shelly dives into the pits,
finally,
he's going to be stuck in a lot of traffic. I think he's going to go all the way back down to the last points paying position.
Oh, Elliott on elite.
I think he's got it.
Yeah, he does. So that's one down. Elliott just has two-spell Wizard to go here. And two-spell's not going to have any DRS. So he's going to close
neither of
that
them have
gap
any
up
battery
even more.
left.
Yeah.
No sector. Vamu, I think he's losing a bit of time to these guys, which would be expected. His tires are getting about to the point of no return.
And he always complains about how the traction control that he runs. Oh, jeez Louise. Don't do it again, mister.
He was pointing that car directly at the wall. That was a wonderful bit of skill to save that car from ending the barriers. But now he's going to try to make a move on 212 for the second.
29 laps down. And Elliott here chasing down the two Ferraris leading this race. Elite Game Boy not out of it yet. 17 lap old hard. He's on the same strat as Vamu Nubel. In the lead. Just going to sit in the DRS for now.
Yeah, these guys are gaining about a second a lap on Vamu in front.
Yellow flag, that's Kano.
Kano, yep, lost in the S's again, and is missing more front wing. Really unfortunate. Elliott wasn't able to make the move on two-spell down in the fourth after that mistake in the S's, so I guess he's going to have to sit behind him for another lap, but these guys are all gaining on Vamu in front.
Yep.
Two-spell all out of shape through the S's. Not the end of the world, though. And another thing you gotta look at is penalties. Vamu does have 3 seconds. Wizard and Elliott are both clean at the moment. You know, if some idiot would have set up tasks before this race, you can see how many warnings these two guys were on, but I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, just to add to your point, Arbar says, you have one job, Andy LMAO.
I have multiple jobs. Some of us have to set up one.
Elliott is going for the move around two-spell.
Nothing really two-spell can do about it but watch as the Alfa Romeo drives away with DRS now.
Well, you know what they say, some guys just like to watch. Maybe Neil is one of those guys.
Hey man, don't knock it till you try it. Yeah, I think Elliott's going to be able to get within that 3-second gap of Vamu. It's just a matter of if he picks up another penalty himself, or picks up a penalty himself.
Gordito and Mitch Burns now having a battle. Did not think I'd say those words tonight. Gordito there on the mediums. Guess, hey, I mean, Mitch has looked rock solid everywhere we've been this season, but yeah, I guess
just one mistake.
Yeah, just one race. He's a little bit rattled. Still probably going to finish in the points, so not too big of a deal. He's got a 100-point buffer at the end of the day, so it's not the end of the world. Everybody has those days. You know what I'm saying? Elliott now down to 3.8 seconds on the race leader, Vaughn Newell. 5-lap fresher medium tires for Elliott. And if he can get within that 3-second delta, he will be provisionally in the lead, despite not having it on track.
I think he's even going to get him on track. His tires are 5 laps fresher than the Ferraris, so...
The one thing Vamu does have at the moment
is a lot of battery.
He has a decent amount of battery compared to Elliott, but not a whole lot. It's about 40% to 25%, so not huge, but it could make a difference if these guys are going head-to-head at some point. As we get the beautiful aerial shot of the S section, watching Elliott chase down. He is now within 3 seconds. He is in the lead of this race, looking for his second consecutive victory. Just laughing in the face of adversity under that safety car.
He's got to keep the car pointed in the right direction for these last 5 laps. Something which he has proven it is difficult to do. Oh yeah, Vamu, he called it. He couldn't make it anymore. He had to dive in.
I'm just tapping out.
Yeah.
Putting on the softs, looking for fastest lap, but this is going to cycle Vamu very far back.
It's going to be to the
Mitch
bottom
is
of the
going to get him.
points.
Mitch is going to get him. I think Villeneuve is coming now.
Villeneuve's on 17 lap old soft. So what?
What does Villeneuve do? What kind of witchcraft is Villeneuve doing tonight?
I think Vamu will be able to get Villeneuve on those 17 lap old soft. That is incredible.
Well, as it stands now, I wonder what Elite's gonna do. He was on the same strategy as Vamu. Don't think Elite uses traction control though, so maybe his tires are in a little bit better shape.
But if you've seen how Elite's been racing all night, he just hasn't really been racing anybody. He's just
been very, very composed.
Yeah, I think that's the #1 way to save your tires. And based off the visuals of the tires, I don't really like to trust them too much, but they don't look that bad, to be fair.
Hey, he looks pretty content right now, just sitting behind Neil.
But I don't think he's
might be able to get him. Might be able to get him moved down here.
Oh, he's turning on and off DRS, so I think he's just gonna wait. I think he's just gonna sit behind Chisco. I guess he knows there's no point in fighting him. He has a penalty.
I think he's trying to keep that gap there with Racing Fan back in P4. And look at these guys. What in the world's going on? Mitch, Shelley, and Electric Blade are just having a crazy battle. Didn't even notice that. But Gordito's not too far behind it either, nor is Vamu. He's going to be approaching this at a rapid pace on those fresh, soft tires. Boy, totally forgot about the boys down here. They're scrapping it up.
I think Shelley made the right call to pit when he did for softs. I mean, he's made up all the time, just about all of it that he
Did Shelley
lost.
start on mediums?
He did. Okay. He started P11 on mediums.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, I think Shelley made the right strategy call there. Not sure if he put it at the pace to stick with the guys, but I think he would have been fighting these guys anyway if he wasn't on soft tires. If he went hards on that safety car, he would have been in about the same spot anyways.
I think Shelley will be happy, I'm pretty sure, with the top 5, his first in contest of speed. If he can hold it there for the rest of the race. You might have something to say to Racing Fan up ahead of him. 1.5 seconds is the gap to P4. Electric Blade and... Oh, never mind, that's behind Gordito and Vamu. These Argentinians going at it. Not sure when the last civil war was in Argentina. But I guess it was probably sometime not super long ago. But Gordito is not letting Vamu have it. You'd think that they'd be a little nicer to each other. Vamu obviously just put in fastest lap on the better compound tires, and Gordito just won't let him by.
Yeah, I guarantee you we're going to hear an argument in a language we can't understand.
Yes, yeah, you're right. We're going to have to use VTech.
Oh,
VTech is a translator, and Gordito almost spins him. Wow. I'm pretty sure these guys are probably in the same party.
Hopefully they're laughing.
Yeah, maybe they're just taking the piss here, but...
I mean,
it's
that
crazy.
was
Shelly.
really aggressive.
And Shelly's going to get that job done on Racing Fan. Shelly into P4. Shelly could be on the... No, never mind. He's got a podium too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a podium. So, best case scenario, he finishes P4 here. He can get away from Racing Fan, but I think that's still a fantastic result, considering where he qualified and all of the other nuances of this race. I think a P4 would be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't imagine you'd be disappointed with that. Vamu, though, picking up 6 seconds worth of penalties after he made that move in Electric Blade for P7. That's going to drop him down the order even further. And even when it seems like Vamu has the upper hand, it's always Mitch. Somehow, always squeaks out ahead of him. Vamu's going to try to do something on track.
Yeah, after picking up that penalty, he's pretty much relegated himself to P8 because Electric is clean on penalties. Oh, Kano's out. He didn't want to finish this race anyways.
I don't blame him.
He died out of the S's.
These are, well, they were the top two in the championship who were battling hand over fist until Vamu got so worn out he had to take a 2-week vacation. He's going to get that move done. But right now, Michel Burns finds himself in P7. Vamu on the road up to Racing Fan. And props to Racing Fan. No penalties so far this evening.
Yeah, multiple Wizard Awards with the Wizard in attendance. These boys have got to feel honored.
Through the S's one last time goes Elliott in the lead, looking for his second consecutive win. In AM2, he clears that obstacle. Now it's just the stadium section. The helicopter shot shows that 2-second gap. And Elliott is in. Let's see if we have the confetti. Oh, Vamu's DNF'd.
Oh, no.
Vamu's DNF'd coming out of the S's. He did not make it.
That's going to knock him out the points.
Yeah, it is. And for the second week in a row, Elliott has won 2-spell Wizard in P2. Elite Game Boy comes home for his second consecutive podium in P3. Racing Fans actually going to get Shelly the Turtle on penalties. But Shelly will take that top 5. Electric in P6. Mish Burns in P7. Just adding to his championship advantage. And Gordito in 8th. Gru in 9th. Villeneuve with another point.
That's a point.
That's a point for Villeneuve. Let's give it up for Villeneuve. Oh, gee. RJP once again will be coming home in 11th place.
Man, Mr. qualifying himself. Yeah, I mean he can't score a point. That's unfortunate, as I would too throw myself into a wall after that. Oh man,
tough scenes.
Yeah, driver of the day, Shelly. I don't think I could disagree with that.
I wouldn't disagree with that at all.
Elliott, second win in a row, finally putting his season together.
Giving out free copies of F1 2021, left and right. Neil did definitely. I feel like he made up for himself there. Spun early on, dropped from, I think, P2 all the way down to 14th or 13th at the time. Able to come back with the help of that safety car and get himself into second place where he started. Elliott, second consecutive win. Again, I think I've said that 3 times in the past 2 minutes. 2-spell Wizard in second. Elite Game Boy in P3. Racing Fan fourth. Shelley fifth. Electric Blade 6th. Michel Burns in 7th. Gordito in 8th. Good drive from Gordito, even though a little bit inconsistent. Grew with yet another top 10 finish. She's in pretty good form at the moment. Villeneuve in P10. That rounds out the points. RJP in 11th. Vamu in 12th. Kano 13th. ZX in 14th. Motor in 15th. DK in 16th. And JFam, unfortunately, finishes where he starts. Dead last. Quite a lot to unpack there. But a fun race nonetheless here in Mexico City.
It never fails to amaze. I mean, it's never a bad race here in Mexico. AM2 boys put on a show for us. I think the only person not to make a mistake this race has joined us for his podium interview. The man in P3, Elite Game Boy. Congratulations.
I don't know how I'm P3.
I
don't know how I made it, dude.
I don't know what I just watched. That was wild. So you stretched that medium stint forever. All right, that was incredible. What percent were your tires at? Because some idiot forgot to set up TAS. I don't know who it was.
I definitely have TAS set up. Talking about me?
Yes.
You talking about?
So what percent were your tires at?
74 on the left front.
Okay, that's not that bad. You kind of weren't really fighting anyone into the corners. Kind of ran your own race and managed to sneak a podium out of it. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, I had way too much downforce on.
I could understand why you weren't battling anyone because you had the most battery out of almost anyone in the field the entire race.
Really?
Yeah. You had about 50% the whole race, and I think everyone else you were battling had about 20.
Oh, I thought I was brand new battery like crazy.
You can gain it back pretty quick. But yeah, congratulations on your P3. Very calm, cool, and collected race from yourself. We'll move on to P2, the Wizard. You managed to, get your Wizard award, I guess. I shouldn't be surprised. I don't usually commentate races with yourself, but you had a spin early on in the race, and managed to come back for P2. Explain that one for us.
Yeah, there might have been a few swear words when I did the spin. And then I was overtaking someone who ran wide, but then they got caught on the curb in the S's and sort of bounced back towards me, so I ended up in the wall and had to change my wheel.
Oh man, I almost completely forgot about that. Yeah,
totally
Motor lost it out of the S's and just absolutely destroyed you.
I
You
went
were
for an
airborne.
opportunistic move. Yeah, I was flying. It was beautiful. I thought I was in a Red Bull rather than a Ferrari.
Yeah, we caught that all on stream, I think. So
I was
that
pointing
was
straight
beautiful.
down at the track, and I was like, "Oh, well, a wheel's gonna fall off here," but it didn't.
Did you even get wing damage from that?
I got wing damage. That was it.
Oh, okay.
It was only sort of yellow. It wasn't massive. So I thought I could carry on, but in the S section, it was terrible. So I had to pit. And I was hoping maybe to come back to 10th because I was quicker than the sort of back half of the field, and then the safety car came out, which made it a bit more fun.
In hindsight, that was a bit like, I don't know how much IndyCar you watched, Neil, but it was a bit like Marcus Ericsson at Nashville this season. He went flying Marcus Ericsson went flying at the start of the race over the back of Sebastian Bourdais, and somehow the car was all right, and he wound up winning just based on getting a little bit of safety car luck. So very, very similar race.
I don't watch it too much. I used to watch it when Pablo Montoya was still in it, but I occasionally watch it. I love the windshields on the IndyCars. I think they look really space age.
Yeah, very nice. Love you, Warren.
But, they're pretty neat. Well,
Cool.
congratulations.
I like those.
You have now won our Marcus Ericsson Flying Card at Podium Award.
Fantastic! I'll add it to the trophy camera.
Trophy case, yeah. There you go. Put it right next to all your Wizard awards. You know, like I said earlier, some idiot forgot to set up tasks. Don't know who it was. And how many warnings were you on?
I got one warning.
Okay. So not quite a golden wizard award.
It wasn't a golden wizard award now.
Yep,
And then Elliot came up behind me. I was hoping he'd get his third warning because it looked like he was on 2.
He was tiptoeing for the last, I think, 10 laps or so. He was on eggshells going through the S's.
Being in the UK, my connection to Elliot wasn't perfect. It was sort of bouncing around a bit, so that's why I sort of moved over when he came up behind me and was a bit quicker. So I was like, I'll follow him. But I'm not going to race him because I don't want to trip up over it. But unfortunately, he didn't get a penalty, so well done to him.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to yourself. A wonderful bounce-back podium from multiple spins. Welcome to AM2, where you can spin twice and you get a podium. Congratulations. Now moving on to Mr. Spin and Win himself. Under the safety car, Elliot, you died. You blew it. Race was over. You pit for mediums, fixed your wing, got back going, made your way through the field, absolutely flying, and managed to win this race. Tell us how you did it.
Oh my God, I don't know. I want to start this off by saying I think this is the sweatiest I've ever been.
Oh boy.
I thought my race was over when I hit the inside wall. Oh man, I was kicking myself too. And then I thought, there's no way I can take mediums to the end, but I did it anyway.
Were your tires in any way, shape, or form bad towards the end of that race? What percent were they at?
They were on, I think my worst was at 60.
Oh, yeah, you were fine.
Oh,
but in terms of pace, you're absolutely flying. Made your way through the entire field. Kind of got stuck at the beginning, but once things got spaced out, you really showed your pace. Stretched your legs out. Managed to get go through this race without a penalty, like Wizard said, which is impressive enough as it is. Don't know how you did that one, but saw you tiptoeing through the final sectors of the last lap. But
oh yeah, for sure. Through those S's, I lost half a second. I'm pretty sure on the last lap.
Yeah, I was about to, I was about to call you a professional bottler when you spun, starting the last safety car. But congratulations, dude! That was a fantastic race. You put on a show for us, and we appreciate that. And that is your second win in a row. So I guess
it's crazy.
Good luck finally makes its way around. You can't have bad luck forever. So congratulations.
Thank you. Hopefully I'll be here next week, but hopefully I won't spin in the process.
Yeah. I think that's it, Kitten. We'll wrap it up like a pig in a blanket.
Mm-hmm. Well, fun fact is, no one's going to be here next week because next week is actually Christmas week.
And 2 weeks, I think.
Yep, we are off. We are going to be off for 2 weeks, as a matter of fact, so everybody can get fat and happy, hopefully with their families and whatnot over Christmas and New Year's. I'm going to use that time to drink a lot of Busch Light and gamble on a lot of bowl games. Should thank our sponsors before you get out of here. Fanatec, NordVPN, Digital Motorsports. Check those guys out. Do you know where we're going to be next? Anybody?
Imola,
yeah.
That is correct. We will be in Imola for the San Marino Grand Prix. That'll be round 19 out of 24. Getting down to the business end now, fellas. But yeah, overall, that'll wrap it up. Congrats to our race winner, Elliot. Our podium sitters, I guess. How do you say that? Standers? Both 2-Spell Wizard and Lead Game Boy. I'm Kid and Petter. That's Andy Woo. We'll see you in 2022. Oh, I nailed that. I didn't know that was